How's it going, everybody? JK Fantasy Football back with another video today. We've got a much different setup behind me today. I've completely rearranged the room, and I've got 5 new jerseys that I hung up. I'm in love with the positioning of them. They just look awesome. You guys let me know how you like them. We got Herbert, T. Higgins, Ramondre Stevenson, A.J. Dillon, and George Kittle, okay? I'm very excited about the jerseys. I think it looks sick for my setup. I'd love to hear you guys' comments on it, but here we go. We're going to jump right into it today. So, we're doing something crazy today. We're doing a 20-team PPR league, and it's just a mock draft, but I'm pretty sure none of you are doing a 20-team league, but if you are, please let me know because I'm really interested to see how your teams come out. We're going to do a 20-team mock draft and just see what happens. I think the ends of the drafts is going to get a little frisky. I'm probably not going to know maybe all of the players down there, but let's definitely see how this goes. I'm pretty excited. So I randomized it as you guys just saw. I'm drafting from the 15 spot, okay? So we're going to start up the draft here, and we'll see how this goes. So it goes Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, Jonathan Taylor, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson. A pretty standard start other than Jonathan Taylor not going at 1 or 2. Other than that, that's pretty much the top 5. Then Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, Dalvin Cook, Travis Kelce, Devontae Adams, Najee Harris, Nick Chubb, still way too early for Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift. So, if we take a look at the board here, what is still left for us, right? So, at the wide receiver position, we got Stephon Diggs, and, everyone else at the wide receiver position is just a big drop-off from here on. So, Stephon Diggs would be the only wide receiver we'd feel comfortable taking here. We could go tight end with Mark Andrews, but personally, I think I'd rather wait. I'm not too needy on that position. Never take a quarterback in the first round. I don't care how many players are in the league, unless it's a super flex league. At the RB position, we have Aaron Jones, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara. I have Alvin Kamara as my 6th overall running back this year, so now that his suspension is likely to be pushed to 2023, I think he's definitely a first-round draft pick. So I could go ahead and take Kamara if I want. I could take Stephon Diggs. There's going to be 10 picks in between me, my first pick and my next one. So chances are I'm not going to be getting some of these players that I'm in love with. Let's go ahead and take... I think I'm more confident in the wide receiver position down in this range than I am with the running back position down in that range. So let's go ahead and take Kamara. We'll lock in our RB1, and we'll see what falls. If a good RB falls, we'll consider it. But I think in a situation like this, you kind of want to get one of each because you're going to be waiting a pretty long time for your next pick. If Aaron Jones falls, that's unlucky. So it goes Stephon Diggs, Mark Andrews, Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams, Josh Allen, CeeDee Lamb, Deebo Samuel, Aaron Jones, A.J. Brown. So back on us. The last RB of this tier, which I do not include Javonte Williams in this tier, or Nick Chubb, but Leonard Fournette is absolutely in this tier. And if we weren't doing a 20-team league, I would definitely be taking Leonard Fournette in a position like this. Securing 2 RBs, really solid. I do think the wide receiver position will start to get a little bit more scarce towards the end. So I think we should probably go ahead and take a wide receiver here. If I were to take one, it would 100% be Mike Evans. We could go Alvin Kamara, Mike Evans, and we'll see what comes back to us. I mean, it's tough. I love Leonard Fournette, though. This is rough. I think, let's take a risk here. Let's take Leonard Fournette, and we'll kind of see what comes back to us. I think it's risky, but let's go ahead and do that. I like that. I like that a little better than taking Mike Evans there. So it goes T. Higgins, Kyle Pitts, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, George Kittle, Ezekiel Elliott, Patrick Mahomes, James Conner, Justin Herbert, Terry McLaurin, Cam Akers, Deontay Johnson, Darren Waller, David Montgomery, Travis Etienne, Jalen Waddle, Michael Pittman, Breece Hall, Jerry Jeudy, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, Mike Williams, Antonio Gibson, Josh Jacobs, Cortland Sutton, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Amari Cooper. So, we're back on the board here. Yeah, Personally, would I rather have Alvin Kamara, Leonard Fournette, and like an Allen Robinson, or would I rather have Alvin Kamara, Mike Evans, and like a J.K. Dobbins? I think I'd rather have the first option 100%. I think our choice here is very simple in being Allen Robinson. He's been looking so good. I mean, Michael Thomas is definitely in that range. If I can get Michael Thomas on the way back around, I think we have a really, really solid team. So I think what we can do here is go Allen Robinson. I like Allen Robinson more than Marquise Brown, Chris Godwin, Brandon Cooks, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I like him way more than all of those guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab Allen Robinson. I have Allen Robinson as a top 15 wide receiver. So I'm very excited about him this year. We are lagging a little bit. There we go. So it goes Kyler Murray, J.K. Dobbins, Chris Godwin, Elijah Mitchell, A.J. Dillon, Dalton Schultz, Brandon Cooks, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Marquise Brown, T.J. Hockenson. Whoa. What just happened? We're going to go ahead and refresh just because that was not supposed to happen, clearly. So many teams, it's ruining sleep rate a little bit. What's going on here, guys? Let me know, guys. What's going on? All right, here we go. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what that was, but all right. So we're back on the clock here. We can take another wide receiver if we were to. Like I said, Michael Thomas, he fell to us exactly like we were expecting. QBs. After the preseason games last night, Jalen Hurts is looking real good, guys. I have Jalen Hurts now over Kyler Murray, which is a little... I know you guys might not agree with that, but Jalen Hurts looked really good, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. But, I mean, I'm perfectly okay taking, whatever quarterback falls to us in the next round. Maybe a Trey Lance. That would be pretty exciting. He looked pretty good last night as well. I think Michael Thomas is being heavily slept on, and he should be going 5th round every single draft, maybe 4th. But he's not. He's going, 7th. So, we're going to go ahead and take Michael Thomas here easily. So, it goes Miles Sanders, Adam Thielen, Rashad Bateman, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jalen Hurts, Damian Harris, Darnell Mooney, Russell Wilson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Drake London, DeAndre Hopkins, Dallas Goedert, Ken Walker, Dak Prescott, Gabe Davis, Treylon Burks, Tom Brady, Devontae Smith, Kareem Hunt, Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, Hunter Renfrow, Cordarrelle Patterson, Rashad Penny, Zach Ertz, Tony Pollard, Devin Singletary, Chase Edmonds. No, you guys know how high I am on Chase Edmonds. If he had fallen to me, I was hoping he would. Unlucky. All right, so let's take a look at what other positions we need, right? We need a quarterback, we need a tight end, and we need 2 flex, and then 5 bench spots. So it is definitely starting to get pretty deep. You don't normally see these players going off in around 5, but that's exactly what's happening. So I think what we do is we go ahead and take a wide receiver for one of our flex spots that I'm very high on, and I'll let you guys know who that is in a minute. And then, on the way back around, we should be able to land a QB that we like, right? I mean, 3 players in here don't have a QB, so if I had to guess, probably Trey Lance will be gone, but we're perfectly fine taking a Derek Carr or a Kirk Cousins in a situation like this. So let's honestly nail our flex position here in Brandon Ayuk. I'm very excited about Brandon Ayuk. I think I talked about it a little bit in my last video, but he should be shooting up draft boards. He's looking really good. And if we can end up getting Brandon Ayuk and Trey Lance, that would be massive. That would be a huge stack for us in this. So it goes Tyler Lockett, Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, Robert Woods. Is going to take Trey Lance? No, he didn't. Is he going to come back to us? Derek Carr goes before Trey Lance. We got him. So it goes Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, Robert Woods, Dawson Knox, Melvin Gordon, James Cook, Mike Gesicki, Derek Carr, Chris Olave. So back on us. If we wanted to take a wide receiver, I will say Allen Lazard is a great value right here. And honestly, I'm really considering it. But knowing that we got the Trey Lance and Brandon Ayuk stack in a situation like this, that is huge. Our team is phenomenal right now, in my opinion, guys. Also, heavily slept on running back right now, Ramondre Stevenson. He's looking like he will take over lead back duties halfway through the season, and there's been a lot of rumors about the Patriots potentially trading Damian Harris before the season starts. If Damian Harris gets traded, Ramondre Stevenson shoots up the board a crap ton. But we're going to go ahead and take Trey Lance here. We're very excited about taking Trey Lance here. So it goes Alan Lazard, Ramondre Stevenson, Chase Claypool, Sky Moore, another great value pick, Kadarius Toney, Christian Kirk, Russell Gage, Pat Freiermuth, James Robinson, Cole Kmet, Michael Carter, Isaiah Spiller, Tyler Boyd, Alexander Madison, Alberto, Christian Watson, Damian Pierce, Hunter Henry, Kirk Cousins, Jarvis Landry, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Ronald Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, Nyheim Hines, Darrell Henderson, Michael Gallup, Rondale Moore, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson did not look that good last night. I mean, I know 2 of the drops were by Anthony Schwartz, so it wasn't entirely his fault, but I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more out of him in that preseason game that we saw from him. So if I wanted to go tight end here, Irv Smith is definitely an option, but, he's not looking great with that finger. Oh, actually, well, this is a pretty good update. I don't think I saw this one, which is from 11 days ago, which is weird. But, yeah, it's saying that he's looking pretty decent. Potentially will be ready for week 1. But besides that, I think we should nail down our other flex spot. So if we wanted, we could go Rachaad White, Tyler Algier, George Pickens. I could definitely go as George Pickens. He's listed as a starter on the depth chart. He's been looking phenomenal in training camp. I like Jalen Tolbert a little more than George Pickens, but I think if I wanted Jalen Tolbert, I can wait another round and get him. Tight end wise, I'm excited to grab maybe a Gerald Everett. He's pretty far down here. I might get him on the way back. If not, I can land someone like an Austin Hooper, an Evan Ingram. These are all tight ends that I'm perfectly fine starting in a 20-man league, 100%. So we could go with a Rachaad White, which is probably not a bad idea since we have Leonard Fournette. But I think what we want to do is, because he'll be our flex spot, we don't really want Rachaad White in our flex. I mean, he's not going to get so much value to the point where he's a flex. I think what we would want to do is grab a wide receiver. Even wide receiver 3s get more points than backup running backs. So I think what we will do is go ahead and grab George Pickens here. I think our team is phenomenal. Then it goes Rachaad White. Wow, Team 16, their very first running back is Rachaad White. That is a scary, scary, scary sight to see. So it goes Irv Smith after Rachaad White, Jameson Williams, Justin Fields, Julio Jones, Jahan Dotson, Marlon Mack, Tyler Algier, Jacoby Myers, J.D. McKissick. So we've got 4 wide receivers here. We've got our 2 wide receivers, 2 flex, 2 stud running backs. We probably want to grab some more running backs, but what we can do is maybe towards the end of the draft, we can grab those sneaky RBs. We should be able to do that. But let's go ahead and take, if we wanted a tight end, we could grab one right now. I don't think we need to, honestly. I think what we do is take Jalen Tolbert. We get another great potential value. George Pickens and Jalen Tolbert can be interchangeable based on matchups, right? Like I said, I prefer Jalen Tolbert, right? Jalen Tolbert right now is the wide receiver 2 in that offense. And George Pickens is the wide receiver 3 at the moment, right? I mean, George Pickens could absolutely blow up, when the actual season starts. But right now, I'm more in love with Jalen Tolbert going into the season. So I think what we can do is take Jalen Tolbert, and then on the way back around, we can start grabbing our running backs. We can grab a tight end maybe. Let's go ahead and grab Jalen Tolbert. So it goes Tyler Higbee, Noah Fant, Devontae Parker, Trevor Lawrence, Kenneth Gainwell, Kenny Golladay, Mark Ingram, Khalil Herbert, Jameis Winston, Raheem Mostert, Matt Ryan, McCole Hardman, Mac Jones, DJ Chark, David Njoku, Gerald Everett, unlucky, that's the guy we wanted, KJ Osborne, Romeo Doubs, no, Darrell Williams, Jamal Williams, Hayden Hurst, Tyrion Davis-Price, Sammy Watkins, Alec Pierce, Brian Robinson Jr., Odell Beckham, Zach Wilson. Sorry, Zach Wilson. I don't know if you guys heard, but Zach Wilson just tore his ACL in that preseason game. That's super sad to hear. Gus Edwards, and now we're back on the board. So Robert Tonyan is still on the board. That's pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie. If I wanted to go that route, I definitely could. There's a bunch of wide receivers here that I actually like in this range. I think what we want to do is start taking RBs, maybe a tight end. So, I didn't mean to start him. Do I like Robert Tonyan? I think I feel safer with Austin Hooper. I think Austin Hooper is one of those silent but deadly tight ends this year, right? I mean, he's developing chemistry with Ryan Tannehill a month ago, but I think Austin Hooper is definitely a solid tight end to grab in a 20-man league. Obviously, we would have liked Honestly, all three of these guys I probably would have taken. Even Hayden Hurst, he's been looking pretty good. I think let's go ahead and grab Austin Hooper, and then on the way back around, we'll start grabbing RBs. I like that idea a little better. And then like Isaiah McKenzie, he might fall to us in a round later on if we want him. Let's grab Austin Hooper. So it goes Tim Patrick, unlucky, Van Jefferson, Robert Tonyan, Jamison Crowder, Deontay Foreman, Chuba Hubbard, Paris Campbell, Nico Collins, Joshua Palmer, Ryan Tannehill. So we could have waited and grabbed Evan Ingram if we wanted someone from that last stretch. But it's all right. We're good with that. So we could grab RB-wise. Oh, this is the guy, Isaiah Pacheco. I don't know how you pronounce it, but absolutely. Yeah, he's been looking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. He's behind a few guys right now. I would say he's fourth string, I think. Ronald Jones, Jerick McKinnon is behind Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I think he will pass them both. He's been looking absolutely phenomenal. So he's definitely a great late-round pick if you want a grab an RB. So, if we were to take a look at all QBs or all positions right now, QB-wise, Daniel Jones still being here is pretty solid. Desmond Ridder actually looked really good, even though he's still behind Marcus Mariota. He looked pretty good last night. I don't know about you guys, if you guys agree, but wide receivers, Wan'Dale Robinson, a great pick as well. But I think if we just start nailing down some RBs that are like great late round RBs, I think Isaiah Pacheco is number one on that list. So let's go ahead and grab him. Let's see what happens. So it goes Evan Ingram, Zamir White, Cameron Brate, Rob Gronkowski, Wan'Dale Robinson, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Robbie Anderson, Kendrick Bourne, Sony Michel, Chris Evans, Curtis Samuel, David Bell, Baker Mayfield, Kenyon Drake, KJ Hamler, Isaiah McKenzie, AJ Green, Daniel Jones, Hassan Haskins, Devin Duvernay, Marvin Jones, Taysom Hill, Corey Davis, Jared Goff, Trey Sermon, Dontrell Hilliard, Kelvin Ingram, Davis Mills. So let's take a look here. RB-wise, Dearness Johnson still being on the board is solid. He did have that fumble in that last preseason game last night, but he's still a great RB. He's still in that line. Who surprised me? I think his name is Jerome Ford or something, but he absolutely popped off last night. He had a receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown. I don't even see him in here. I can type him in if I want to, but I'm good. He absolutely popped off. He completely surprised me. So let's take a look at all positions here. Carson Wentz is still on the board if we want another QB. But honestly, I think we're cool with Trey Lance. I don't see a need to take another QB. If we wanted another RB, let's take a look at who we would grab. Yeah, probably Dearness Johnson, maybe Samaje Perine, Benjamin. Yeah, any of those three really. Maybe Pierre Strong with the news of, Damian Harris potentially leaving. Matt Breida maybe. Wide receiver wise, I know all of these. Zay Jones would probably be the guy I would go with. Nick Westbrook, Akine maybe. Yeah, these wide receivers are not that interesting. I think honestly we're cool in the wide receiver position. Let's go ahead and nail down another RB. Wait, what's in the tight end? We got Brevin Jordan is still on the board. Brevin Jordan is a huge value this late in the game here, but RBs. Yeah, I kind of like some of these names down here. So maybe what we do is take Brevin Jordan, who still shouldn't be on the board, and then on the way back around we can grab an RB. So let's go ahead and take Brevin Jordan. So it goes Logan Thomas, Will Fuller, Marcus Mariota, Carson Wentz, Terrace Marshall Jr., Kenny Pickett, Dearness Johnson, Randall Cobb, Brian Edwards, Samaje Perine. So yeah, RB wise, we got Myles Gaskin. I'm not doing that. Jerick McKinnon, Benjamin. I like some of these guys' names. I think what we should do is take Pierre Strong. Right, he's been looking really good in training camp, and with the potential Damian Harris being traded news, even without it, he's definitely going to be that RB3 on the offense. I'm very excited to see Pierre Strong perform better, being a Patriots fan myself. So, looking at the other names here, I don't love it, right? I don't love many of these guys. So let's go ahead and take Pierre Strong, and we'll see what happens on the way back. So it goes Laviska Shenault, John Mechie, Mo Alley Cox, Mitch Trubisky, Myles Gaskin, Trey McBride, Kyle Rudolph, Jerick McKinnon, CJ Uzama, Matt Breida, Cade Otton, Daniel Bellinger, Byron Pringle, James Prochet, Tyler Beatty, and Benjamin, Jimmy Garoppolo, Boston Scott, Greg Dulcich, Jalen Guyton, Desmond Ridder, Nick Westbrook-Akine, Tyquan Thornton, Tyler Conklin, Zay Jones, Chris Carson, Cedric Wilson, Damian Williams. So, we're back in the clock here. Keyshawn Vaughn is actually a pretty good value, honestly. I remember Keyshawn Vaughn had that great week at some point last year. I don't remember the exact week. Tight end wise, we don't need another tight end. Wide receiver wise, I mean, maybe a Braxton Berrios is the only one catching my eye here. Yeah, I mean, RBs, it's looking like Keyshawn Vaughn maybe our best option here. Let me take a look. Jerome Ford. Yeah, Jerome Ford here, right? On the Browns, he's like a 6th, 7th option, right? He's deep in there, but he looked fantastic last night. Absolutely fantastic. So I don't know if they're going to be using him more. But yeah, he had 10 carries for 57 yards. He caught 4 of 5 targets for 45 yards. So not a crazy amount of yards, but I mean, he scored a touchdown as a runner and a receiver. I mean, you can't really get mad at that. A late round pickup in a 20-man league, I think he could definitely be an option for you guys, right? I'm going to go ahead and not take him, though, because I do think I like Keyshawn Vaughn a little better. So let's go ahead and just grab Keyshawn Vaughn and end this off here. But Jerome Ford, maybe look out for him. If Keyshawn Vaughn wasn't on the board here, I probably would have gone with him, right? So let's take a look at our team, right? We have Trey Lance, okay? Alvin Kamara and Leonard Fournette, the 1-2 punch at the RB position. We have Allen Robinson and Michael Thomas, 2 wide receivers that I think are heavily slept on. So I think our team is fantastic, by the way. Our tight end is Austin Hooper, a big sleeper in a deep league like this. We have Brandon Ayuk, George Pickens. Our backup tight end is Brevin Jordan, another big sleeper. He's way farther down the list, and he's still that much of a sleeper. On the bench, we have Jalen Tolbert, my guy. We have Isaiah Pacheco, Pierre Strong, and Keyshawn Vaughn. I think our team is fantastic. You guys let me know. If you guys have done 20-team leagues, please let me know how you think I did. I thought this was a pretty fun video. You guys let me know what you want to see next as well. I'm always down to try something new. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good day, guys.